Welcome. We back with another one. This is a little write up on HSK's champion Buckwheat. Buckwheat's history began the day we purchased his dam, Blondie, from the Gator Boys. Within a week, Blondie was in heat. We headed down to our good friend at HOE to take her to his Gabrielle dog. There were three males born from that breeding. One died at 16 months old, so we had two left. Buckwheat and his brother Tango both made it through their schooling and were hooked for the same night for their first outing. Taino made a game effort and lost at an hour and 36 to the Southside Boys Chaos, one time winner. He was just outclassed and had his shoulder broken within the first 15 minutes. Everyone there that night, seeing him lose in this fashion, thought his brother Buckwheat would also lose the same way. We were going into another one-timer with Buckwheat. This one was owned by Guerrilla Warfare and had beaten a son of champion Cochise in just a little over the hour mark. The dog's name was Nor. He was said to be a very good dog and a game one. Someone forgot to tell Buckwheat that. Buckwheat took charge of the show from the beginning to the end. By an hour and 30, Buckwheat was on a down dog. I asked the other side if they wanted a scratch to continue or give me a scratch to win, but they said no. It was Buckwheat's turn to scratch, and everyone there thought he would quit on top, but they were wrong. At the 2 hour mark, Buckwheat laid in hold next to Nor and just waiting for him to move. We tried several times to make a handle to see if they were apart with no luck. At the 2 hour and 45, they finally gave me a scratch to win. Buckwheat shot over there to Nor like it was his first scratch of the night. Buckwheat also received Gamison Shore Award that night. For Buckwheat's second time out, we went into JD with his Chino dog, a half brother to Panda, champion Panda. This was a back and forth chess battle with Buckwheat riding out at times. Both dogs had average mouths, but Buckwheat had more pit smarts, so he was able to stay out of serious trouble. By the hour and 20 mark, the Chino dog was showing some bad signs and started to sing a song. For Chino's first scratch, he came out halfway across and took the count, making Buckwheat a two-timer in an hour and 36. A year later, Buckwheat was on the hunt again, but this time the call went to the Southside Boys and their two-time winner Tyson. Tyson was known to be a hard-mouthed chess dog that ran over everything that was put in front of him. Tyson hadn't gone over 40 against some good competition. We traveled 3 hours to their spot, and Buckwheat was feeling the best he had ever felt. He weighed in half a pound light, and Tyson was right on. But that didn't make a difference. At the release, Buckwheat shot into his usual high shoulder area hold and started to go to work. Tyson tried to swap it out with Buckwheat and did for a short time. Buckwheat finally figured Tyson out and dismantled him. He would hold Tyson out, then when he would drive, then would shoot into a chest or shoulder hold, and started going to work on him. Buckwheat hit his marks real early, and it began to show on Tyson considerably. Buckwheat sensed his opponent was fading and took advantage of it. He went in again and just dug himself a hole in there and stayed in it. At 38, the Southside boys decided to pick up their dog, but he didn't make his courtesy. This made Buckwheat a genuine champion and put his sire Gabriel on the ROM list. Buckwheat is now retired at HSK, so if he, excuse me, see if he can create his own legacy as a producer. That's the quick little story on the champion Buckwheat dog. And like I say, everything on this channel is for entertainment and historical value. And hopefully you enjoyed the content. Keep scratching.